Israel-Hamas war. The Israel military has urged residents to evacuate much of Khan Yunis, the second largest city in the Gaza Strip, which it claims is the main stronghold of Hamas. The military told CNN it wants residents to move to Al-Moisi, a strip of land along the coast, as well as blogs update and the IDF interactive map. It is unclear how many people might be aware of the instruction given the lack of communication in much of Gaza. Hamas military wing said its fights were engaged in a fire battle from zero distance with Israel force near Jabaliti and northern Gaza. The IDF released a video that shows soldiers flying from Elwais around the refugee camp. The United States is facing condemnation after it violated UN Security Council resolution Friday calling for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza. Canadian Prime Minister discussed Israel-Hamas war with Foreign Minister of Saudi Arabia, Turkey and the Palestine Authority. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau on Sunday discussed the Israel-Hamas war in Gaza with Foreign Minister from Saudi Arabia, Turkey and the Palestine Authority, according to a statement shared by Trudeau's office. The Prime Minister reiterated his condemnation of human and brutal attacks against Israel. He underscored that Hamas does not represent the Palestinian people nor their legitimate aspirations. He also retained his call for the immediate release of all remaining hostages and stressed the need to ensure the safe exit of foreign nationals from Gaza, the statement said. Trudeau also expressed support for Israel's right to defend itself in accordance with international law, including international humanitarian law, and emphasized the need to protect civilians. The representative also discussed the humanitarian situation in Gaza with Trudeau referring Canada's support for the right of Israel and Palestine to live in peace, dignity and security without fear. In the line of fire, the crucial neutral role the Red Cross plays in conflicts. The International Committee of Red Cross, ISCRC, has played a crucial role in the war between Israel and Hamas, acting as a neutral intermediary in coordinating the recent transfer of hostages back into Israel, as well as the return of Palestine from Israel detention. Being in the line of fire is something the ICRC has faced for the past 160 years. Being present at virtually every global conflict and crisis, also prone to natural disasters like the recent earthquake in Afghanistan, which tore through the country's killing thousands. Emergencies are unpredictable, so our rapid development capacity is hugely important. We also respond to distance in conflict zones because the effect of disaster are compounded if a country is already at war. The organization said in a statement on its official website. But the organization has also had to defend itself against criticism in the past week that it has not been doing enough to help remaining hostages in Gaza. Read our full profile piece about the world orders and one of the most celebrated humanitarian organizations. Israel military tells Khan uses residents to evacuate to Iraq with few facilities on the coast. The Israel military has instructed residents of much of Khan Yunis, the second largest city in the Gaza Strip, to evacuate to the Al-Moisi area, a strip of land with two facets on the coast, as well as specified blocks shown on the IDF interactive map. The Israel Defense Force said. The The general instruction for residents is to move to the Al-Nolsi area as well as blocks updating the IDF interactive map published last week. The military was responding Saturday to a CNN inquiry about where people should go. Earlier, the IDF should what it called an urgent appeal for civilians to leave much of the area in and around Khan Younis where fierce fighting is underway. In a post on X, the IDF spokesperson for Arab media, Abachia Dare, urged residents of the neighborhoods of Al-Qaeda Al-Mata and the city centers in Khan Younis governorate to evacuate. We call on you to leave where you are urgently and go toward known shelters west of Khan Younis, he said. It's unclear how many people might be aware of the instruction, given the lack of communication network and internet availability in much of Gaza. It's also unclear what shelters it's referring to. CNN has reached out to the IDF for further clarification. Al-Mos is a strip of some 20 square kilometers on the coast. Assessment last month by United Nations agencies and humanitarian groups such as Caring International, Mercy Corps, and the World Health Organization said the area could not function as safe zone until all sides pledged not to be fight there. Al-Masi is a largely open land but has already seen an influx of people trying to escape from the fighting. US has not given any deadline to finish operation against Hamas in Gaza, Israel official says. Israel National Security Advisor Tachi Hanjivi said that USA has not told Israel any deadline to complete military operations against humans in Gaza. They understand that they are not in a position to tell the IDF how long it needs in order to achieve the goals. The good thing is that they share the same goals. It's correct to assume that we cannot measure this in weeks, and I'm not certain that it could be measured in months, Hangibi said. CNN has previously reported that US officials expect Israel's operation targets the southern end of the strip to last 7 weeks before transition, possibly by January, to allow intensify hyper-localized strategies that nearly target specific Hamas military and leaders, according to multiple senior administrative officials. The White House is deeply concerned about how Israel's operation will unfold over the next several weeks, a senior U.S. administration official said. This has warned Israel firmly and hard and direct conversations. The official said that the Israel Defensive Force cannot reply the kind of devastating tactics used in the north and must do more to limit civilian casualties. Hengabi added that he did not think Hamas leadership and expressed the scope of Israel's response to the attacks on October 7, in which some 1,200 people were killed. I don't think that Yahya Sinwar, Hamas leader in Gaza, released that the IDF will actually reach any point they want inside Gaza and kill over 7,000 terrorists, he said. This is a minimal statement. It could be higher since we don't know everything, he added. We are getting very close to the control and command center of Hamas in Jabala and Shajila, the stronghold of resistance in the northern Gaza Strip, and in the south we are operating fairly. Earlier, the Israel Defense Force issued what it called an urgent appeal for civilians to leave near borders in the southern city of Khan Younis as clash continuing in different parts of the strip. On the other threat, Haigri said Israel is prepared to act against efforts by Houthi navies in Yemen to disrupt shipping in the Red Sea if the international community fails to do so. Hangi told Israel's China 12 Saturday that Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu spoke with US President Joe Biden and European leaders about the Houthi targeting merchant ships with alleged Israel links. Netanyahu notified them that Israel is giving the world some time to organize in order to prevent this. But if there isn't be a global arrangement because it's a global issue, we will act in order to remove this naval siege, he said. CNN reported this week that the US is considering beefing up protection for commercial ships around vital Red Sea shipping routes amid a smear of recent missile attacks by the Iran-backed militant, according to military officials. More aid trucks reach Gaza Saturday, Palestine Red Crescent Society said. The Palestine Red Crescent Society said its teams received 108 trucks through the Rafah crossing between Egypt and Gaza on Saturday. The truck contained food, water, relief assistance, medical supplies, and medicine, the group said. Total of 3,499 trucks have been received since October 21, it added. Before Hamas' October 7 attack on Israel, about 455 aid trucks were crossing into the area each day, according to the United Nations. The process for aid in